The Skerg, a race of ancient, timid, and hard-working creatures from the dark swamps of Urgath. How ancient exactly is hard to tell, but we do know that their story reaches back to the time of the Shaper Empire a good 40,000 years ago. They are rather simple, consisting of Skerg and their more skilled brethren, the Tar Skerg, and they spend most of their existence in their settlements on Urgath, avoiding conflict and focusing on their own way of life. While not the brightest of creatures on Io, they can speak and even understand simple forms of curses and magic, yet for most of Io's history they remain relatively insignificant. Their first known contact was with the forefathers of the light races, the Shapers. While not much is known about this period, we do know that the Shapers made contact with the Skerg on Urgath at some point. Likely intrigued by the creatures, the Shapers took them in as workers into their vast empire, a task the Skerg gladly accepted due to their benevolent nature. As part of the Shaper Empire, the Skergs were likely responsible for mundane tasks, such as assisting their masters in everyday matters. One such example is Urgath, a Skerg who withstood the test of time frozen on the city ship, an ancient artifact of the Shapers. While not able to operate the construct on his own, he has shown a great deal of understanding on how it functions, which perhaps indicates that the Shapers entrusted the Skerg with more than just manual labor. This continued until the fall of the Shaper Empire thousands of years later. As the Shapers went into hiding and dragons took rule of the skies, the now masterless Skerg most likely returned to their mundane lives in the swamps of Urgath, where they would remain for the next tens of thousands of years until the arrival of the Dark Ones, the races created by the renegade Zarach on their shores around 800 years before the Convocation. Similar to the Shapers, the Skerg welcomed their new arrivals as gods, yet to their dismay the Dark Ones would not treat them as kindly. While the Orcs and Trolls saw a great pastime in the Skergs and hunted them for sport, the Norcain had other ambitions. They enslaved the defenseless race and forced them into grueling manual labor. Some managed to flee and hide in the swamps, but many were forced into submission, made to do the work the Norcain considered below themselves. The Norcain began breeding them for this very purpose, breaking both their mind and spirit over generations until they were nothing but obedient husks with no hope of escape. Today, the Skerg are an inseparable part of the Norcain, used to build and expand their great empire with grand obsidian towers. However, few still remain out in the wilderness of Urgath. They do their best to stay unnoticed, and despite the cruel fate their people had to endure, they remain the benevolent race they once were, ready to assist strangers in times of need, knowing fully well what dangers this might entail. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a like and join our fan community Discord below. It's free and we'd love to have you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.